Hi class, here's a video about our self-management module. You may wonder why we're using the phrase self-management instead of time management. Well, we all have the same amount of time, 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 12 months in a year. We cannot change the time we're given, so therefore we actually cannot manage time. We can, however, manage ourselves and how we use the time we're given. So that's why we say self-management in this class rather than time management. The key to managing the time we're given is to prioritize. What we do when we prioritize is we look at our different life roles, for example, student, employee, partner, parent, and we look at the tasks we're expected to do in each of those life roles. For example, go to work, get our kids ready for school in the morning, do our coursework for college. So we need to look at each of those roles and tasks and determine which of those are the priorities for us. What motivates us and what goals do we have in our lives? That will help us determine the priorities. So I'm going to ask you to pause this video for just a few seconds to think about your top 3 life roles and or tasks you need to perform in those life roles. For example, think about your family role. Do you work? You're attending college, of course. Do you have children? Pause for a second and think about your top 3 priorities in life. Now that you have thought about your top 3 life priorities in terms of your life roles and tasks that you need to accomplish, the way you can organize those priorities is using a system we have in the OER called the Quadrant 2 Time Management System from Stephen Covey. Our activities can be divided into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1 is important and urgent tasks. Quadrant 2 are important but not urgent tasks. Quadrant 3 are not important but urgent tasks. And quadrant 4 are not important and not urgent tasks. In our OER, we have a visual with some examples. So activities that are important and urgent sometimes are crisis situations, pressing problems, projects where we have a soon to come deadline. Activities that are important but not urgent would be work that is important in your life but does not have a deadline coming up very soon. Also things like preventive tasks, self-improvement, or relationships. Activities that are not important but urgent usually are the things that happen on our phones. Interruptions, texts, many phone calls, some of the mail we get. Activities that are not important and not urgent are sometimes called time wasters, and those are activities such as gaming, binge watching TV, and those types of activities. Now, we do need recreation in our lives, so let me clarify. Planned recreation that is healthy for us would go into quadrant 2, important but not urgent. Recreation that goes beyond a certain time frame and takes us away from other priorities, that would fall under not important, not urgent. So again, I'm going to ask you to pause this video for a second and think about one activity in your life that you've done in the last 2 days that would fit in each of these 4 quadrants. Hopefully that pause helped you identify life activities you've done in the last 2 days that would fit into each of the 4 quadrants. And now here's a thought question for you. Looking at these 4 quadrants, where do you think that creators and growth mindset people attempt to spend most of their time? I'll give you a hint. It's not quadrant 1.